Well, look at the numbers. I'm so looking forward to this fight. I think this has the makings of another Carson Classic. Both of these men are used to being the tallest with the longest reach in the lightweight division and people they face, but it's a mixed bag for both men, so they're going to have to win this one on talent and power.
And the rules for this fight. There is no 3 knockdown rule. The referee or the doctor can stop the fight. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. If a fighter cannot continue due to an injury from an accidental foul or headbutt, which causes a fight to end before the end of round 4, it's a technical draw. After the end of round 4, they go to the scorecards for a technical decision. It is time to get the official introductions from our Hall of Fame ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Premier Boxing Champions presents a big night of action coming your way. And at this time, we have a world title eliminator in the ring. It is sanctioned by the WBA, the president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. The supervisor is Robert Mack. Introducing our 3 judges scoring from ringside, all from the state of California. Jerry Cantu, Eddie Hernandez Sr., and Dr. Lou Moret. Introducing our 3rd man to the ring, the referee in charge of the action, Jack Reiss. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBA Lightweight World Title Eliminator. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing black trunks with red trim, fighting out of Madrid by way of Bilbao, Spain. He weighed in at the lightweight limit of 135 pounds. His record stands at 21 wins, 1 loss, 18 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the world rank contender, the hard-hitting Jon Fernandez. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing white trunks with black trim, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. He weighed in at 134.5 pounds. His record, 20 wins, 1 loss, 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight making his Showtime debut, introducing the WBA number 9 world rank contender, introducing Michel La Zarza Ali Rivera. And a referee in charge now to give instructions, Jack Reiss.
John, aquí por favor. Michelle, right here. Okay? Okay. Está bueno. This is, you bring it down a little bit. This is the line right here. Okay, protégete en todo momento. Préstame atención. Pelea duro, pelea limpio. Mapis. Toca la mano. Buena suerte.
Multilingual referee Jack Reiss, 21 years as a professional, working his 808th fight here in the great outdoors as we get set for a lightweight contest scheduled for 12 rounds.
Listo.
The bell in round 1. Rivera in the white with black trim, 20-0 with 13 knockouts. Fernandez in the black with red trim. He is 21-1 with 18 KOs and comes out firing. Goes to the body with the jab, followed by the right uppercut and another effective jab by Fernandez.
Fernandez is a volume puncher. He averages 69 punches per round through 75 in his last fight. He wants to put the pedal to the metal in terms of number of punches thrown.
And since his lone setback, he has worked on defense and his reflexes.
Both doing a good job of throwing the jab. I've noticed that Fernandez has more of a power jab. On the other hand, Michel is more of a fast jab, trying to measure him.
Yeah, in many ways, a classic boxer-puncher matchup with Rivera, the boxer. His first fight in the USA was on Showbox in June of 2019, and of course coming up later this month, July 23rd, as Rivera just lit up Fernandez with that right hand. Fernandez ate it well, but Showbox celebrating his 20th anniversary later this summer. July 23rd is Ali Rivera going to the body, and yeah, beginning to see the similarities in a young Cassius Clay in terms of the physical attributes, but man, long way to go.
He looks like him a little bit in terms of his look.
And some people say it looks like Tito Trinidad as well, so which one is it?
Wait, you got to pick a legend. You can't have two. You know, Rivera lands 49% of his power punches, which is everything other than the jab, so it's a very excellent percentage to land. Little uppercut there from Fernandez. He's tried to throw a punch a couple times. He says that is one of his favorite punches to throw.
And Rivera's doing the smart thing. He's throwing the jab, but he's almost welcoming Fernandez, like waiting for him to come in and get him with that right hand, which he did a little while ago. Powerful right hand.
Yeah, Rivera known for his quick twitch combinations. Two-fisted power has also been good on defense on the come-up. Final 40 seconds of the opening round, an entertaining start as both Rivera and Fernandez showcasing their wares in the first round. Fernandez goes to the body with a 1-2.
Stop.
Yeah, Rivera has to be careful. I know he's waiting for that counter right hand, but Fernandez doing the aggressive power punching, which is working the body and breaking down the fighter.
Oh, but then that jab popped.
No.
Fernandez head back.
She said.
Fun first round here in Carson, California.
Rivera was able to get this nice right hand in. A nice kind of short right hand that pushed the head back of Fernandez in round number one. Let's take a look at what these two men need to do to win this fight. Keys to victory. Rivera wants to control the pace, not allow Fernandez to turn it into a complete volume punching war. Must use angles. Foster was able to do that very effectively against Fernandez. And he's got a good right hand. We saw it there. An overhand right is excellent as well. For Fernandez, establish the jab, very important for him. I mentioned bring the volume. He is a volume puncher when he's at his best, and he did it in the first round. While he is a right-handed puncher, he can double with the left hook as well.
The bell in round number two. Rivera has been studying English. Says he wants to be a crossover star. There are currently no reigning champions from the Dominican Republic. The last one, Jason Rosario, wishing Rivera well. In this fight, of course, Fernandez representing Spain, who will lose to Italy on Tuesday in the Euro 2020 semifinals. Am I allowed to say Forza Azzurri on air?
Says Mauro Ronaldo. You sound like you maybe have a rooting interest in this. You talk about the international
combination by Rivera.
You talk about the international flavor. Fernandez, his last 9 opponents have been from 9 different countries. That's an oddity.
Oh, shapes and colors.
Yeah, exactly.
I like what Fernandez is doing now. He's jabbing now. He's not investing so much on the head now. He's jabbing upstairs, downstairs. You want to break down a Rivera that's, basically, Fernandez that's going to keep coming forward. So you want to break him down.
Fernandez making a concentrated attack to the body and has found a home at times for a slick-looking right uppercut.
Yeah, he said that was his favorite punch. And boy, he got that in just a moment or two ago. And the investment to the body for Fernandez is important.
Yes.
Both, as you pointed out.
Yes.
But, he lands 37% of his landed punches to the body. Rivera lands 40% of his landed punches to the body. So both men are good body punchers.
And Rivera showcasing a sharp jab. Goes to the body with it. Just past the midway point of the second.
And that's a great way to get the attention of Fernandez. You jab to a body, and he's almost going to throw the right hand. I'm pretty sure. That's how you set up a perfect right hand on top. There it is.
There's that right hand, Nostra Mates.
I like that.
Can thank our cameraman Matt for that one. Coming up on the final minute of the second round.
These are two evenly matched fighters, both ranked right around the bottom of the top 10 by a couple different organizations. They have similar physical attributes, similar skill sets, and right now Fernandez is really going after him.
Putting together combinations. Fernandez uptick in the offense, but Rivera also scoring.
Yeah, and it's not that Rivera's not landing punches or getting Fernandez's attention, which he is. Fernandez is just a guy that he will take 2-3 punches in order to land an uppercut or overhand right. He keeps coming.
Oh, wow, the Rivera right is right powerful.
Yes.
The right is a might for Rivera as we come to the final 10 seconds of the second round. Entertaining effort thus far between Michel Rivera and Jon Fernandez. And coming up in our feature attraction, which will be contested at 130 pounds, the flashy, the flamboyant, the colorful, charismatic, cocky, so many adjectives to describe Chris Primetime Colbert, headlining a second consecutive card here on Showtime, putting his undefeated record on the line against a late substitution. Was supposed to face Yuriorkis Gamboa. He's out with a rib injury, stepping in on less than 2 weeks' notice. Olympic silver medalist, former title challenger at 126 pounds, moving up to 130 for the first time in his career. The always ready to go, the double tough, Tukstat Nyambayar. Yes, he's as tough as his name is to pronounce. That's the main event here in Carson. Meanwhile, we continue with action at 135 pounds, and again, Michel Rivera putting his undefeated record on the line against,
nobody punch.
Very game Jon Fernandez.
Very game. And if you're Rivera, you definitely want to bring both styles that you've been compared to. You want to fight like Ali, and you definitely want to fight like a
Well
Trinidad.
said. And he is still having his moments. I mean, it is Fernandez that's coming with the constant combinations and scoring out, but Rivera, he's a sniper, and he's fast.
That's a very good point. That's a good way to put it. He is a sniper. And, you know, he has 6 KOs in his last 8 fights. So while we think of Rivera as the slicker boxer, he's also got some pop in his punches. He's landed some really good right hands.
Yeah, Fernandez is just one of those fighters that doesn't waste punches. He knows when he throws, he knows he's going to land, and he does damage. That body shot that he's investing right now.
1 minute has elapsed here in the third. Rivera trying to work the jab, goes to the body before he eats the jab from Fernandez upstairs.
You see Rivera constantly just with a little bit of movement here and there. We mentioned using the angles at the beginning of this fight. He doesn't want to be a stationary target for Fernandez.
Rivera sparred 40 rounds, he told us, with Chris Colbert, who, of course, will be coming up in our main event. And for a 23-year-old to be in the ring with a guy who is still very much in the blooming stages of his career for Chris Colbert, they both gave themselves some great work.
You're absolutely right. They both felt that it was very helpful to them for this fight. Well, you know, power punches, everything other than a jab for these two fighters. And Rivera landing at over 40%, which is where you want to be. But the way Fernandez kind of overcomes that is by throwing so many, which he's done. And then you end up landing almost as much, even if your percentage is less.
Final minute of the third. Rivera keeping Fernandez at bay momentarily with the jab, but Fernandez able to close the distance, had him on the ropes momentarily. Rivera continues to stab Fernandez with that jab and then the left hook to the body.
Great job by Rivera right there. You want to commit at times. You want to go in there, throw a little combinations, land to the body, and then get out. You don't want to go. You don't want to fight the whole fight backwards. You know, I mean, it's tiring.
Fernandez was spotted by Sergio Martinez during an amateur tournament, signed him to his own promotional firm, then touted him to DeBella Entertainment. Lou DeBella becoming a co-promoter, so Fernandez getting to sit under the learning tree of a great champion in Maravilla as we come to the end of the third round, scheduled for 12.
Okay, you lost that round. You lost that round. You're not working with that punching power. What's wrong with something wrong with the hand? No, nothing wrong with the hands. Well, then throw. Let's go. Your hands go up. Stay them up. Keep breathing nice and deep. And you got to do your job. And you got to use both hands, okay? Nice and calm. What you're doing is that's what I got to do. Yeah, exactly. Nice and calm. A little more Vaseline here. Thanks. Okay? Just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing fine. No water. Let's go now. Without water. Let's go. Make them miss.
This is round number 4. And they come out chucking leather immediately. Rivera throws a combination. Fernandez able to slip that jab before going back downstairs.
You know, one thing Fernandez has done that I don't think the Rivera camp thought he was capable of.
Oh,
nice right by
Rivera
Rivera.
Rattling Fernandez with that right.
He hurt him with that right hand.
And neither fighter has been on the deck in their pro career as Rivera lands a 3-punch combination upstairs. Lead left hook to the liver by Rivera, who's beginning to put it on Jon Fernandez.
Herman Caseta told him, if your hands aren't hurting you, you got to start throwing. And boy, that's what he's done. And those right hands stunned Fernandez. I was going to say Fernandez's attack has been more multi-dimensional than I think they expected, but that got altered with that big right hand.
And we talked about the changing of styles. I think Rivera started off really good right away, and that's why he hurt him. He said, I'm going to press Fernandez back. Let's see how this guy does fighting backwards, and caught him with the great right hand.
Rivera started boxing when he was 10, had 45 amateur fights. Now at the age of 23 in his 21st professional fight, and again lands a thudding right hand, and then downstairs to the body. Rivera beginning to put on a dazzling display of his potential.
Yeah, Fernandez got one nice left hook in there, and he's going to have to land something like that in this, I think, to keep Rivera off of him.
And he has Fernandez retreating before they clinch. And Rivera lands a right and then a left hook, a lead left hook by Fernandez.
Fernandez recuperating now.
On a complete domination by Rivera in terms of power punches in this round.
Yeah, and that is, of course, a power punch is anything other than the jab. So he has done a great job in the second.
Oh,
that right hand is
on cue, the lead right.
Landing all the time.
And you want to keep throwing that right hand. I mean, it hurt him already. It's landing. Fernandez is not doing much to avoid that right hand. Invest on that right hand.
Yeah, Fernandez on the center line. And there, the blinding jab followed by another thudding right hand as Fernandez slips a short left hook behind the guard, followed up by a right uppercut. But a fantastic round for Michel Rivera with 30 seconds left here in the fourth.
And it's that feint to the body. It's that feint to the jab to the body, and then you come back upstairs with the right hand. That's been doing a good job for Rivera.
Stop.
Fernandez may be trying to impress A.J. McKee with that front face lock there. The Bellator MMA star in attendance as we come to the end of 4.
Jon, what happened? Are you okay? Are you feeling nothing? You haven't felt it? Listen to me. This round he won. Try the 1-2, and then if you got to hold, we got to try to do a couple of things here. Okay? He dominated that round. Okay?
Well, they were correct. Rivera did dominate the round, and the weapon of choice was the right hand. He uses the jab to set it up and lands that right hand early in the round, and Abner, that would become the theme in this round.
Definitely. The way he sets that right hand is with the jab, either going downstairs, going upstairs, but he finds the range, he touches the face, and boom, there's that right hand. And he landed a lot. That's why I kept saying you got to keep throwing it because it's working for you.
5, 5.
All right, we're going to see what happens next here in round number 5, scheduled for 12 in the 135-pound division. The undefeated Michel Rivera meeting Jon Fernandez, who will celebrate his 26th birthday next month. Hopes to celebrate with the biggest win of his career. Again, riding a 5-fight win streak, all in his native Spain since suffering his lone setback on Showbox to Oshaki Foster back in September 2018. And you hear the shots.
And Fernandez was the favorite in that fight against Foster. And, you know, he told us, he said, I've had to rethink everything since that fight. And he said, I think I've improved. And he probably has. Tonight, though, in these last couple rounds, he's faced a Rivera who just is doing a great job.
Yes.
What do they say about boxing? There's levels to this.
And the difference is here, Rivera, the adjustments that you make in a fight. Rivera started off fighting backwards. Okay, it wasn't working for you. It did at moments, but you know what? It's time to press it, and he pressed.
And yet, Fernandez stays in the pocket. And guys, most of this fight has been in the center of the ring. They've avoided the ropes for the most part, and they've stayed at close quarters.
Yeah, Fernandez is going to keep coming. That you got to have in your mind already. So you got to work with. You got to have plan A and plan B.
When Fernandez starts off his combinations with the left hook and then comes with the right hand, he can reel off a 3-punch combination and has done it on occasion. He's going to need to really do that, step that up in these rounds coming up.
Beautiful left to the body by Rivera. Again, like a sniper, right, Al? Just gets in and out, guys.
Yeah. But the one thing that Fernandez is doing wrong is that when he throws the jab, he throws it with so much authority that he gives himself just like that. He throws it in, he commits, and he doesn't come back with anything else. And Rivera is smart enough to land the right hand.
And it leaves his left hand down for the counter right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Final minute of the 5th. Rivera looking to come at angles. Fernandez comes back with a left hook and a chopping right hand over the top by Fernandez.
And you can see how comfortable Rivera is.
Beautiful
now.
jab.
Yeah, the jab, the shoulders. I mean, his eyes are locked, on the opponent, just waiting for him to make a mistake.
Rivera fought his first 14 fights in his native Dominican Republic, scored his biggest purse in the DR, only $1,100. And now hoping to, well, make it rain, as the kids say in his boxing career. Just 23 years of age, unbeaten and looking good here tonight against Jon Fernandez through 5 rounds.
Stop.
Listen to me. Stop jumping and be a little more precise with your power punches, okay? Let's breathe nice and deep. You need to work a little more just on the punches to be more precise. Listen to me. That has nothing to do with the jab if you're hurting a little bit.
Well, the combination punching, which we thought we'd see more from Fernandez, it's Rivera that did it early in the round, a 3-punch combination. Not everything got there, and it was a nice counter by Fernandez, but then he went downstairs.
Yeah, but that's when you feel comfortable. You let your hands go when you're in the comfort zone, and I think that's what Rivera's doing. That was a beautiful body shot by Rivera. I mean, he's throwing everywhere. He's throwing beautiful combinations and ending it at the body.
Well, Chris Colbert has enough confidence for everyone in the venue tonight, but I gotta say, Michel Rivera's confidence continues to grow as the fight progresses, and that also comes from a hard training camp in Miami with Herman Caicedo. Caicedo says that Rivera's skill level, speed, and savviness is going to prove to be the difference as long as the fight lasts, because Caicedo says this will not go the distance.
We'll see.
The plot thickens.
I think because Cobra is kind of a shrinking violet. I don't know where you're getting that confidence thing.
Well, wait till his hair is violet.
Yeah, exactly.
Tonight it is orange in support of multiple sclerosis. We'll have more on that fight coming up in the main event.
That's definitely signs of confidence. If you could have your color changed every other day, man.
But you know what? He's doing it for social causes, and you got to give him love for that, because he is brash, but he backs it up.
Nice
right now we are seeing a nice fight unfold here between Rivera and Fernandez.
Yeah, this round they have both been throwing some really good power shots. And, you know, part of the problem for Fernandez is he's occasionally gotten his right hand in. That's his big power punch, though, but it's been Rivera who's landing his own right so much better.
Hold each other in the kidney, both of you guys. Come on.
And we look at the total punches, and, you know, you can see the... oh, my!
Wow!
Wow!
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. ¿Quieres seguir? Claro. ¿Está bien? Dame un aguante.
The theater of the unpredictable. Michel Rivera goes down for the first time in his career here in round number 6.
And that's what happens when you're a power puncher. One punch can change it all. And this is it for Fernandez.
And he is a power puncher. He's got that big right hand. Wow.
Just when you think you have all the answers, Fernandez lands a punch.
And for boys, Rivera holding out. Jack Reiss is going to have to get them apart.
That's a smart thing from Rivera. You keep holding it, you know.
Oh, wow.
He's holding everything. Legs, torso, whatever he can get his hand on.
Final 45 seconds, a dramatic turn of events here in the 6th with Jon Fernandez knocking down Michel Rivera for the first time in Rivera's career, and yet Rivera comes back clubbing Fernandez in the final 30 seconds.
And you know, Fernandez did a real smart thing there. Ripped a body shot with great conviction. It's smart to go there. Yeah.
And much like Mario Barrios against Gervonta Tank Davis in round 8 last week, we have Fernandez showing that he showed up to be in this fight. Sensational 6th round.
Well, things certainly changed in that round, didn't it? After several very good rounds for Rivera, Fernandez landing the beautiful straight right hand. He's a right-handed puncher. He used the jab to get that punch in, and it made a big difference. And Abner, we'll see that knockdown again.
And it almost seemed like that Rivera was trying to go for his own body shot, and he got clipped with the right hand. There it is. Yes, there it is. He tried to go for a body shot, and he got clipped right by the center by Fernandez with the right hand.
And then the combination punching. Fernandez is a volume puncher and combo puncher, and here's where that body work. He did some great body work in that round, Fernandez. Yeah,
if you have a fighter hurt, I mean, he took some shots to the head, you break the body, you keep working the body. One way or the other, he's going to go down.
One pundit said at his best, Fernandez's attack has the look of Diego Corrales, in that he's a tall, thin warrior blessed with a hot running motor, excellent combination punching and overwhelming ferocity, and we saw some of that in round number 6, and Rivera comes out throwing a combination to prove that, hey, wait a minute, I'm still in this fight too.
This is one of those fights that on paper looked like it would play out as we've seen it play out. Interesting, lively, and where anything's possible.
And the comparison from Fernandez to Corrales, when he fought Castillo, he went down how many times, and he came back up.
All right, we are at the, beginning the second half of the scheduled 12-round affair. Let's bring in our unofficial scorer, Steve Farhood. How do you have it at the halfway point, my friend?
Well, Mo, this is a close fight, and one of the things that makes a good fight is changes in momentum. We've had plenty, with Fernandez clearly winning the first 2 rounds, Rivera clearly winning the next 3, and then Fernandez retake control with the knockdown and the 10-8 round in round 6. I think this fight will be decided in the second half.
Time out.
Hall of Famer Steve Farhood
I got a punch in the groin that was
remotely.
deflected by himself, so give him a second. John, you deflected it. It's okay. Okay, stay there. Keep him up a little bit. He deflected that one, but it's okay. I said he deflected it, but still, you keep him up a little bit. You all right? Step back. Time in.
Referee Jack Reiss taking care of business as the fight resumes. 1 minute gone here in the 7th.
Now, I'm not sure if I'm Fernandez. I'd take a few more seconds. He came back real quick from that, but, you know.
Well, you know, you do have your momentum going for Fernandez, so you don't want to stop that.
That's true.
It took 20 seconds. He's showcasing the figurative cojones.
Yeah.
And we talked, Steve mentioned about the momentum's changed, you know. I think Fernandez now putting the pressure, putting in a different type of gear now.
Ebb and flow. Professional prize fighting. 1:22 left in the 7th.
And you know,
Rivera on the ropes.
One of the things Fernandez has done better is use that jab to set up the power punches in the last round or two.
Michel, step back. Box.
1-2 combination, but Fernandez misses with the left hook and the right before Rivera comes back with a combination to the body. Under a minute left in the 7th. Fernandez missing with the right uppercut on the inside.
That was a great demonstration of speed beats power, I think. You know, if Rivera lets his hands go a little bit more, you know, his punches are going to get there before Fernandez.
He definitely has the speed advantage. And there's a showcase. The 1-2 lands for Rivera, and then good defense.
It's a very, very close round in the 7th, and this one could be an important one if we end up heading to the scorecards after these changes in momentum.
Good defense exhibited by Rivera, avoiding the 1-2 of Fernandez. Final 15 seconds as Rivera throws his own 1-2. Nice short right uppercut on the inside that landed for Fernandez. 8th round, straight ahead. Good stuff in the 135-pound division, and well, we are celebrating ShowBox's 20th anniversary, July 23rd, and Brandon Lee undefeated at 22-0 with 20 knockouts. He is, well, one of the breakout stars on ShowBox as he continues to elevate his game. Brandon Lee, definitely a name to remember in the fight game.
Tremendous power, and he could knock out anybody.
Okay, he's getting a little dizzy. That jab is working. Okay, put it to the body, that nice jab, and then come with the right. With the right hand, nice and powerful. You know what you have to do?
Rivera was able to put together some nice combinations in the last round, using his own uppercut and then the nice left hook behind it. The hand speed edge for Rivera from time to time helps him in this fight.
18 of Fernandez's 21 wins have come via form of knockout. He has scored the lone knockdown of the fight. 125 into round 5, where he dropped Rivera for the first time in Rivera's career. Rivera coming back to the body. Beautiful exchange in the center of the ring.
Yeah, both
high
men.
level.
You know, we talked about the fact that Fernandez coming in off the longest layoff of his career. And yet, he was able to get his sea legs under him early, and it wasn't until the middle rounds that Rivera came back.
Oh, what a shot!
Yes.
Mamma mia! Michel Rivera with the riveting knockout!
Happy to see Fernandez able to do that, though they'll certainly keep ministering to him.
There is nothing like the theater that takes place between the ropes of a boxing ring, Al.
And this fight demonstrates that as well as any. So many ebbs and flows, changes in momentum, and ultimately it was, what else, a right hand for Rivera that did the damage.
Highlight reel knockout for 23-year-old Michel Rivera. Fernandez dropped for the first time in his career, and Abner Martes, he was stopped.
Exactly. Not only dropped, but stopped. He was knocked out by Rivera. And, you know, we kept saying it, you know, mentioning that, you know, the one punch can change the whole momentum of a fight, and that's what happened. The speed, the right hand from Rivera.
Are you going to ask Herman Caicedo for the Powerball numbers, Al? Predicted the knockout.
He did predict a knockout in this fight, and his man was able to deliver it after some rocky moments, and we'll revisit how he was able to do that, delivering what is a disappointing blow to Jon Fernandez. The jab and then the right hand. We've seen the Rivera right land Abner both with the jab or as a lead right.
Yeah.
In this case, the jab preceded it.
Yeah, it was the jab to set it up, but there was the right hand that was right behind the ear. It was right behind the ear, and then that's those punches that they daze you and they put you to sleep, and that's what happened. But Fernandez, here comes another look.
It affects the equilibrium, obviously, and it was a legal punch, though. It was not illegal. Yeah.
Michel rings the bell of Jon Fernandez. A rousing display of power.
Yeah, and you know, Rivera was able to, we talk about the right hand, but one of the reasons it worked is because his jab did such a good job in this fight. (21-0) with 14 knockouts. Michel Rivera is on the rise at 135. The numbers of this fight intriguing because both men were getting some work done. You know, Rivera landing at a higher percentage with his power punches, and ultimately it was one power punch that made the difference. So Fernandez had scored that knockdown with his right hand. And you know, one of the surprises is that Rivera actually threw more punches than Fernandez. Fernandez came into this fight as the volume puncher, but give Rivera credit, he outpunched him even in terms of output.
That was a good observation, yeah.
And happening live on Showtime Championship Boxing right now, it's, well, the official announcement from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 44 seconds in round number 8. He is the winner of the WBA Lightweight World Title Eliminator by way of knockout, and he is still undefeated, Michel La Zarza Ali Rivera.
Came back from being knocked down for the first time in his career in round 5, dropping and stopping Jon Fernandez at 44 seconds of round 8. Michel Rivera is going to talk to our Jim Gray.
All right, Mauro, thank you very much. Michel, congratulations. Thank you. We're going to talk about that knockout, but you went down in the 6th round for the first time in your career. Yeah. What happened there?
Oh, man, I know he's a good boxer. He hit it hard. He don't have the skill that I have it. I was trying to use the distance to make like 6 round 7 using the distance because he will be tired in 6th round, and I know that I can get it. Then he told me because you have a lot of power. You can see the record, 21, 1 loss, but it's 18 or 19 knockouts, and I know that they have power, but I have power too, you know.
So and you get a little careless in that moment?
Looking this hit. Because it was like this here, and I know that my coach was saying me, Herman, this is my team.
You can always hit Sam Watson. Don't practice on me.
Then Herman was saying me, my coach, that the right hand is good for him, and I get it this, man. I can see that my career is in the hand of God, and I am here because God won. I am the reincarnation of Muhammad Ali.
We see that, and there is a resemblance here. Let's take a look at the 8th round at the end of the fight, and tell us from your vantage point what you see right there with the big right.
Oh, what is it? He was down. I see that. I see when I get in him here, he don't wake up. He don't up.
You knew the fight was over.
Hmm?
You knew the.
Yeah, I know that it was over. When I was walking there, I said, you know what? Stay up. You know, that was hard. But he's a good boxer. I was watching because I know that they have condition, and he's a boxer with 21, he's experienced, and he's good in Spain. I know that they fight with a European guy that is good. I respect him.
Where would you assess where you are right now in terms of your career? Are you ready to take on the elite in this division, or do you need some more time?
Of course, man. You can see he is a top guy. How say this? He's a guy with performance, good performance.
Good record, yes.
Yeah, good record with experience. I know that he's tough. He's tough, clear, man. Then I got this. You can see my back fight. I was fighting with Ladarius Miller, Memphis Miller. That is the team from my weather career, and I beaten him in unanimous decision. I have good boxer, good pros in my record, and I know that I can be the tough guy too. I can quite position of the boxer that is top 5. I can beat Ryan Garcia. Right. I can fight with Teofimo Lopez. I'm here, and I'm not joking. I live in the gym. I made my sacrifice to be great in this business, and I have a good promoter here, and I know that I will be great.